Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Now once again I have bought another pre-built system off eBay because fantastic prices and I'm very weak and I like this hobby. So let's go over what's inside this case. Now people are going to be surprised when I actually say that for this unit I only paid £90, but I paid £90 and this was delivered to my door for £90. So let's get into it. Alright, so the CPU is an i5 6500, which is a 4-core 4-thread. We've got one stick of RAM, which is DDR4, which is 4 gigs, so we need to upgrade that. We've got a hard drive in here, which is 1 terabyte. The power supply, which is a 240 watt, so not great. So this is the plan, guys. This is £90, right? So we're going to take this power supply out, we're going to add 4GB of DDR4 RAM in, and we're going to add a GTX 970 4GB and an SSD. And I'm going to go over the prices of what I paid. So for this Interrogator power supply, which is a bronze power supply 700 watts, we paid £30, and this was from someone local in my area on the Facebook Marketplace. Not a bad price. The GTX 970, this is the blower style fan, we paid £60 for on eBay. We've got 4GB of just your generic DDR4 RAM, which is crucial, and I actually got this for £10, which is a bargain. And then we've got a 120GB SSD just to keep that operating system nice and fluid. And we paid £30 for this, £60 for this, £10 for this, and £10 for this, and £90 for the system, which means for a DDR4 system, which is going to be a 6th gen processor, altogether this is going to cost £200, which is an absolute bargain when we put it all together, and this thing is going to run quite well. I'm actually looking forward to this one, guys, so let's put it together.
Now that actually went far better than what I thought we were going to go. We got it all in there. The GTX 970 were a tight squeeze, but we got it in there. The SSD's in there, fine. We didn't really need 700 watts, this is overkill, but it's in there. And I'm really excited for this one, guys. Like I said, this is a Dell. No, it's a HP OEM build. HP, modified to hell for gaming. The only problem we did have during the build was I call them laptop CD drives. That won't work anymore, just the hard drive. There's a connector. There we go. There's a connector right there that we don't have on that hard drive, but that's no problem anyway because no one uses hard drives these days. CD drives these days, so that's fine. I'll probably be able to get a converter for that anyway to get that working. I'm sure there's a converter right there for that. But yeah, let's get Windows 10 on this and let's play some games. £200, let's rock.
Alright, so we're back at the desk and we've got Windows 10 on this thing, and everything's working as it should. I have put an overclock on the GTX 970 of 200 on the core and 500 on the memory, just to get a bit extra frames. We do see temperatures around 85, 86, which I know is high, but it is a blower style fan and it's a smaller case. But I have increased the temp limit to 91 in MS Afterburner, and in this case it doesn't go above 86. But it likes to hover around 85. So let's see you know, £200, DDR4, 6th gen i5 6500, a GTX 970, 8 gigs of RAM. This is not bad for £200, and we're going to play games not in ultra, because that, you know, this isn't going to do ultra, but we're not going to do it in medium either. We're going to try games in high settings, because I think this is where it sits, and this should be able to play games around 60 FPS or more in some cases. So let's get into it. So all games will be tested in high settings. Here we have Battlefield 5, and most of the time in high settings we're above 60 FPS where we want to be. And you know, for the price of hardware, so we're getting 60 FPS in Battlefield 5. In high settings this is pretty damn amazing. Like I said, I do know we have a few dips here and there, just below 60, but majority of the time it was above 60 FPS. So Battlefield 5 run really well. Here we have Borderlands 3, and in high settings, majority of the time we're in the 50 FPS range. Going to as low as, I think it went to around 51. We did get over 60 FPS in some cases, but this game hovered around the 50s, the mid 50s to 60 FPS. But this could easily be solved if we turn this down to medium settings, but this video we're about showing games in high settings. But apart from that, it actually did feel pretty smooth, and, you know, still quite impressive. Here we have Doom, and in Doom we were getting over 100 FPS, no problem in high settings, which is, you know, it's a fast-paced FPS game, so that's nice to see. But yeah, we were getting no problems hitting over 60 FPS in high. Throughout all the time I actually played here, we were getting over 100 FPS. So this PC can easily handle Doom in high settings, no problem. Here we have Far Cry 5, and I let the in-game benchmark run this test for me in high settings, as throughout all these games are. And we actually come out with an average of 70 FPS in high, and I thought this was really impressive for this hardware. We did have a few stutters during the test, but the average was 70 FPS in Far Cry 5. I also run Far Cry New Dawn, which is a 2019 game, and we saw the exact same results as we did in Far Cry 5. We got an average of 70 FPS in high settings, which I wasn't too surprised about, to be honest. It's nice to see 70 FPS, but yeah, it can handle Far Cry New Dawn, no problem. Here we have Grand Theft Auto 5, and I included it in this test because I know a lot of people still play Grand Theft Auto 5. It is getting on its time though, and I had no qualms about this PC being able to run this game well. We were getting over 100 FPS at all times, and you know, I had no problem running Grand Theft Auto 5. So this brings me to one of my favourite franchises of all games that I've actually played, Halo Reach. Well, any Halo really, I like them all. But I included it because this is released on Steam, and there aren't actually any graphical settings on this game apart from enhanced. So we're in enhanced here, and we're getting again over 100 FPS, no problem with this machine. But we're seeing around 95% CPU usage. But yeah, we had no problem running this above 100 FPS, which is nice to see. Here we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I was actually quite impressed at how well this performed in high. I actually thought this is where it was going to struggle, but I actually used the in-game benchmark since it has one, and we actually achieved an average of 58 FPS, so near enough 60 FPS. If we could have done a bit more overclocking on the graphics card, we might have actually achieved 60 FPS. But, you know, I'm quite happy with 58. I think that's quite respectable for this PC, especially at this price. So, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was definitely playable on this PC as well. Here we have the Outer Worlds, and this game is absolutely beautiful. Just want to say that right off the bat. In high settings, we were getting most of the time above 60 FPS, but we did see some frame dips to around 40 FPS into the mid 50s. But majority of the time it was above 60, but there was some stutters there. So you maybe want to, if you're running this sort of config, you definitely, in my opinion, want to lower it down to medium settings just to get that, that smoothness back. Because although it was playable, it did have a bit of frame rate spikes. So I'd definitely say put this to medium if you're going to play a long time on this PC. So here we have Crackdown 3, and same again, this game actually run above 60 FPS at all times in high settings. So Crackdown 3 was very playable this PC as well. This is a game I actually need to invest some time in. Back in the day with Crackdown 1 and 2, I got max skills, and this is one of my childhood favourites I actually need to revisit. But this game definitely run really well on this PC, at above 60 FPS at all times. I ran Heaven Benchmark in high, and we got an average of 87.5 FPS with a score of 2204. Alright guys, so let's summarise this PC. So, £200. I mean, for what performance we're getting out of that, £200, no one can argue that that's a bad price. Generally for that price, we were playing in medium settings, we were playing in high. I know we were seeing high percentage of CPU usage, and I know there were some games that didn't reach 60 FPS. In the high demanding titles, you want to turn down to medium, but for the test, I wanted to run everything in high settings. Majority of the games run at above 60 FPS. With some games actually doing way more than that, which were really impressive. A couple of things actually did concern me. The graphics card, without an overclock on it, was 81. I actually put a slight overclock on there, taking the temp limit up to 91, and that saw the temp get to 86. It is high, yes I know, but I will turn that down after benchmarking, which is what I've already done. But £200, 6th gen 6500 GTX 970, and we're running games at 60 FPS. Some below, I know, but 60 FPS, that is not bad at all. I was actually really impressed with this thing. But yeah, if you can replicate replicate, should I say? I can't get my words out. I know there's like tons of these on eBay. You can get the i5 7500s. Just pair it with a good power supply and a decent graphics card, and you're laughing. Really, these are winners. So if you like this sort of content, guys, and you want me to do more things like this, or more builds, subscribe to the channel, leave us a like. If you want me to test any hardware out, like graphics cards or processors, I actually do have a lot of stuff on hand right now, so leave us a comment down below and I'll see if I've actually got it, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.